Okay, let's carry on our synagogue talk. So what happened in synagogue?
Yeah, so actually I think the participants are mainly like young parents with their young kids. So they really want to educate their kids about it. And there are some rituals, like you can put a candle or you can sign the cards. And it's more like a blessing instead of you are mourning, we are the victims, we were so prosecuted by the others. So they have children putting a group of people singing or playing violins like a more enjoyable blessing for them.
That's very cool, you know.
Yeah.
It's like we Chinese people, or we really don't quite get the heart of the parents. It's like in those or the ancestors, it's like in those funerals, they always try to beat themselves up with lots of guilt and all these things. They never thought of a blessing of what their parents want actually. We should give thanks to them and have a good memory with them instead of just saying that we are not being good enough to repay the parents or the things. Sometimes I think in our Chinese faith that we have the repaying and guilt, right? Which might not make sense actually.
I think it is a very interesting psychology when you talk about it, because it's actually like
hypocrisy.
You are trying to appease yourself, you are trying to convince yourself, actually you are not that bad.
Yeah.
Although you are saying, I'm not good enough, but actually you are telling them to invite people's consolation, like, you are not that bad actually.
Wow, that means this is exactly what happened in the Bible.
Yeah, so it's actually like you toss out something that you badmouth yourself, and then you are inviting people to give you blessing and give you comfort and praise you.
That means the kind of evilness is actually trying to say I'm not good, but by saying I'm not good, I'm trying to convince myself I'm better than you, because you guys don't condemn yourself. The more I condemn myself, the more the better person I am.
Yeah, so it's actually like a kind of compensation. Mentality that you're trying to.
That's the spirit of the holier than thou. We have it all over the Bible. Okay?
So what is the example in the Bible?
What was the example in the Bible? The Pharisees. The Pharisees are like this. They think they're serious with God, blah blah blah. And nowadays we have many Christians like that also. What to do? They go fasting. Okay, fine. You look at my size, you know I'm not fasting. So they go for fasting. And when they go for fasting, they think they are holier. And the more they think they sacrifice for God, the holier they are, which is such a hypocrisy, and it is such an evil in the eye of God, saying that you think about sacrificing like your fasting can bless anything in the world at all. So how do you think that by fasting, by you condemning yourself, self-condemnation, whether you are a better man, can you use this to claim a merit in front of God? If you think that can claim a merit in front of God, how dare you do that? When Christ got to die all the way at the cross to get the merit from God for you under this gospel of grace. Okay, so I'm just saying that for those kind of religious hypocrisy, they think that they can have this so that they have a good stand in front of God. And I believe this is a kind of sin that they really got to repent in the way that they want.
Well, but
sorry, it's very off track. Anyway.
I think in their own mind, they don't think it's evil. This is the tricky part. The
hypocrisy is always looking good.
Yeah, it's a trap actually. That's that I think maybe Satan put in for the people who wants to perfect themselves. It is actually a trap that it is evil, that you actually claiming yourself to be mightier than God, that what you do is more powerful than God, is actually something quite ridiculous and you can even say it's evil in some sense, that you think you can outride God or even replace him or replace his power. But the tricky part is you won't think it is an evil thing to do. But on the other hand, you would think it is the right thing to do. It is my sacrificial. You will have a self of achievement. You will have a sense of you have attained something. You have reached a certain level that makes you think that you are not evil. So actually, the trap is they are justifying the not so righteous parts as righteous.
Yeah. Let's cover the system. So the way they say that they want to bless them and do all this kind of ritual stuff, right? It's like, do you feel that there's some good atmosphere in the synagogue there?
Yeah, I think so. Because I think the atmosphere is good because they really cherish the time that they put together a large group of people in the same community. Like they are sharing it as a collective body and a collective memory instead of something like
they're sharing in the synagogue also.
Yeah, they are sharing.
Of the old story of all the old soldiers.
Yes, and also maybe cool. Like the old soldier actually he talks quite well. He is American, but he can see from the side of the Jewish culture. I think he is sort of educated in some Jewish culture that he can relate them to. I
think the Jews really experienced a lot of horrible things during the World War II. Yeah. So other than that one, I remember there was one event in America. There was they are playing American football. No, not wrong with it. I think rugby. I think they're playing rugby. So there was a old man, old soldier. I think. Okay, so retired soldier came up to run with the rugby and go all the way to that. Everybody was just trying to drama the whole thing, trying to act like catching them and keep falling, and people keep trying to defend it until he's so secure that went to the finish line to honor this kind of old soldier. I think it gives me a lot of very respecting spirit. It's like it's more than things that I get the old soldier up to the stage, and all the honor and medals stick all over him. The whole man is just like honor, medal man, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think commemoration is a daily life thing. Like the Jewish, they have their own celebration or commemoration in a formal way that you commemorate things in a particular place for a particular purpose. And but you can also commemorate things in your daily life as casual as
make them a daily life stuff, and let them feel that you're young, you're part of us. Even though, but we honor you, but you can still do everything that young man can do. All this is very good. Can we somehow think about helping the old folks to let them feel young again, let them feel energetic and alive again?
Yeah, I think sometimes we should get out from the. It is very important for us to look back to the past, but sometimes we have to build an identity that belongs to the community now. That is, you try to put these veteran soldiers back into the community, and not just like putting them on a worship table. They are not any.
They have no way back to heaven, but we treat them as sand.
Yeah, exactly. We are trying to have a life with them, enjoy it with them, instead of you are a hero, we are the normal people, so we have to respect you. It's not that way. Commemoration is a lifelong thing. That if you always keep those worship through the people who have experienced all those things, you cannot pass the history to your next generation. Yes,
you're right. Okay, so that's the way they celebrate, and that's the way we celebrate. That's the way everybody celebrates. What are their intentions? Why are they doing that? And how factual they are? Actually, we can simply just Google and wiki around. So we'll talk about other things in our next episode. Okay? So see you guys.
2,000 years ago, Jesus Christ took our place.